When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat.
Back to this game. It's a quarterfinal game, gold quarterfinal game between the Pekin Thunderwolves and the Petit Panthers. This is the first delivery. Eric bowling to Kazim. Fully played. Get off the mark straight away. Running for two. Excellent running between the wickets. Kazim Merchant and Miten Shah opening the batting. And earlier today, the Petit Panthers won the toss and elected to bowl first. Another quick single. Miten Shah is left-handed. Quite a lot of changes in the field there. Lefty righty combination. Possibly after every delivery, they're taking singles. Be the first dot ball of the innings. Will be wide down the leg side to bowl that again. Another dot ball. Nicely bowled. Played down the ground for a single. Long on, who will cut it off. The end of the first over. It's 5 for no loss for the Beacon Thunderwolves. Kashif into the attack. Over. Got an inner edge there. Was lucky. Within. Drag it onto his stumps. Trying to sweep it. Got an edge there. Appeal for LBW. Denied by the umpire. Starts off with 2 dot balls. Kashif Sheikh. The big hit. And might fall there. And gone over the boundary for 4. First boundary for the Thunderbolts come. Off volley on middle and leg. Slog sweep. Pursued by the fielder. Good to know that he's fine and back on the field. So the player's been sent back to the long on boundary. And he's bowled him. What an excellent delivery. That was an off stump. That did not spin. That went straight on. And the first wicket for the Petit Panthers through Kashif Sheikh. Really missed out on that one there. Tried to cut it. Played for the spin. And went straight on and took the off stump. Beacon Thunderwolves lose their first wicket for 9 runs in the second over. Sandeep Walecha is the new batsman, playing at number 3 for the Thunderwolves. Dot ball. Try to look for a single there. with the dot ball. It's 9 for 1. Eric bowling his second over from the pavilion end. To Merchant. Nice ball onto the stumps. Fielder had shot mid wicket there. Almost like a close in catching position. Nice shot. Be another dot ball. Played late. Be a single. Nicely driven down the ground. The batsmen have run 2 runs. Good running between the wickets. Slight confusion between the fielders at long off. Deepak cover. They've run 2 again. Four runs in 2 deliveries. Slight miscalibration of the fielders at the fence, ensuring that the batsmen are able to run 2 comfortably. Yes, Eric. Delivery. That's going to be a dot ball at the end of 3. The Thunderwolves are 14 for 1. Nicely played. That's uppish. Straight to the fielder. Well fielded. Managed to run a couple of runs thanks to the misfield on the boundary. I must say the running between the wickets has been fantastic. Looking to run hard. First run. creates an opportunity for them to run the second, and there's another wide ball. He'll have to bowl again. There was shot, and that's pulled away into the gap for four. Kazim Merchant, excellent shot there. He waited for it. It was slightly short, and just pulled it in the gap in front of square for four. Kashif Sheikh picking up his second wicket in his second over. Be a dot ball. Amit Kohli comes to the crease. Batted brilliantly this season. Played 15 matches, 443 runs with an average of 40. Nicely played. Gonna be a single. Will they look for two? Yes, the call is there for two. And they can run that comfortably. Good start. By Amit. Some positive intent. The score after four is 23 for 2. Just getting the field set before they start bowling. Munawar into the attack. Starts off with conceding a single to Sandeep. Single. Another dot ball. That's it straight. Over the cover region, there's plenty of protection there. They are still managed to run a couple of runs. Apesh. Player of the pads. That's going to be just a single. That's nicely bowled over. 29 for 2 now. After 5 overs, Thunderwolves are maintaining a run rate almost 6 runs an over. Do a lot more than that if they want to put up a fight later on the second inning. Play and a miss. That's dot ball. Uh, Down the ground for a single. Throw that back up to the bowler. Going to be buys. Going to be 4 runs. Lucky runs here for the Thunderwolves, but they'll take them. That ball missed everything and headed off to the boundary behind the wicket keeper for 4 byes. And he's given him Amit Kohli's out, got a faint edge, got a very faint edge, and they heard it all over there. And the finger went straight up. Ashif Sheikh has managed his third wicket. Third wicket, there you go. The reaction says it all. Had no choice but to walk away. Oh, 3 wickets for Kashif so far. Bowling is third. He's 3 for 15. That one's on the stumps, and another wicket falls down. What's happening here? That's the fourth wicket that falls down. First ball here for the new batsman, and Kashif bowls one straight on the stumps. That doesn't spin at all, and the umpire's given him straight away. 35 for 4 now, the Beacon Thunderwolves. Look in a little bit of trouble there. And Kashif Sheikh, the hero for the Petit Panthers, figures of 4 for 15 of 3 overs. Excellent start here for the quarterfinals after winning the toss. And what's the controversy there? After much controversy, it's been decided that that was actually a wicket. And the fifth wicket falling here. Munawar getting into the wicket. There's slight controversy there. The batsman thought it's probably the gloves of the wicket keeper, but umpire making the right call. Deciding that the batsman was bowled out. Jan is number 7, who is to bat. Clearly now they need a good partnership. Just the 7th over, and it's 35 for 5. Half the side of the Thunderwolves is back to the pavilion. They really need a good partnership here. Not taking any credit away from the Petit Panthers bowlers. They've been brilliant. They've been on the stumps. This one's wide and buys. There'll be 2 runs. So have to bowl that again. Will be dot ball. Defensively played there. You can see Munawar attacking the stumps. Just 38 for 5 after 7. Nice flighted delivery. Smash down the ground straight. Long off. Be a single. I think the dot ball should not be a problem for the Thunderwolves. They need to consolidate their innings after losing their top 5 in very quick time. 39 for 5. Still a lot of time left in the game. 78 deliveries left to play. Tried to cut that away. Kyan. Hit and a miss. Bowled and nicely played. Better if they play this over off. Cautious spin among the wickets and very, very dangerous always. Lighting it up, attacking the stumps. This one's cut away beautifully by Khan. Straight to the fielder. It's going to be just a single. Gets Summit back on strike. Popped up, nobody there. Very lucky. Keeper running for it. Batsman run just one run. Cut away for a single. 42 for 5 after 8. Eric comes back into the attack. An appeal that was going down the line. Single. Jan. Little confusion. Decide not to run. Be another dot ball. Hit and a miss. Almost went past the outside edge. Jan back on strike, but the last delivery by Eric. Almost got an inside edge there. Went to wicket. Just a single to end the over. Three came off that. 45 for on a single. Three left arm orthodox bowlers for the Petit Panthers, creating all sorts of problems. A hit and a miss, very close to the stumps. Pulled away. Yeah, nicely fielded. Just a single. Oh, play and a miss. Another dot ball now. Be a single. Are they looking for two? Happy for one. It's 48 for 5 after 10 overs. Beacon Thunderwolves, a little bit of a soup here, mid innings. We'll be back after a quick drink.
But had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise. Jumped into a celebration. Started cheering as a team. Took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise. Jumped into a celebration. started cheering as a team.
Shocker comes into the attack. This is after the drinks break. Resuming from 48 for 5, the Pekin Thunderwolves. Full toss ball, swept away. Fielder there. Run just one. Driven down the ground for a single. Single behind the wicket. going to be a wide. Lucky to get his hand on it. The wicket keeper that could have gone for more buys. A single. Another wide. Missing his line here now. Ashraj. And another wicket goes. That was quite wide if you have to see it. The batsman went for a big shot on the offside and got a faint edge. You can see how far wide the wicket keeper had come. Look at that. That was another wide. He played a wide ball and got a small edge. How unfortunate. The sixth wicket falls down for the Thunderwolves. A soft dismissal. And clearly they look in a little bit of a trouble here. This cold quarterfinal game. It's another wide. Too many wides in this over by Harshraj. He's missing his run up, and probably that's the reason why he's missing his line. One on the leg stump, played off the pads, gets off the mark. Akshay. Cut away. Straight to the fielder. It'll be a single. It's all depending on Kyan now. Has to play with the lower middle order and the tail. Try and make the best of these final 8 to 9 overs. 8 overs at the end of 12, 60 for 6. Beautifully played. What a shot that is. That goes for 4. It was on middle and leg and slog swept for 4. Actually picked it slightly outside the off stump. First ball of 13th. Dispatched to the boundary for 4. Surely need more than these. Single down the ground. It spun a lot. Could take a cheeky single there. Quick single. Good running between the wickets, between Kyan and Akshay. Good that they're keeping the scoreboard ticking. An excellent shot, and that's gone for 4. Picked up from outside the off stump. one is a wide and will be by, so 2 extra runs. Scores moving on nicely. 7 overs. Score is 72 for 6. Thunderwolves are getting back into this game while the Petit Panthers are losing out on their early advantage. One bounce straight to the fielder there at long on. Nicely played, red dot ball. Driven down the ground, straight to long off. $77 for 6 after 14 overs. The Pekin Thunderwolves. Now is the call for the power play. The 2 overs of the batting power play. Been a good over so far. A lot of runs coming off it. Cut away, straight to the fielder. Full toss ball, it down the ground. Missed out on that opportunity there. '89 for 6 after 15. It's going to be a boundary. Seven runs of this over so far, 96 for 6. Excellent situation here for the Thunderwolves. Another boundary to end the over. It's 101 for 6. Excellent batting here.
took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you
It's a boundary. What a way to start off the slog overs. Clearly, for the Petit Panthers, they've lost their plot and they're bowling a full toss on the leg stump. Easy pickings. The scores climbed up to 105 for 6. 4 more overs to play. Totally lost the advantage here in the quarterfinals and will be put under pressure. Good stand by Kyan, 35-37. Going to be another single. Managed to run a couple of runs. Played upish. Will be just a single. Gets Kyan on strike. Played off the pads. Can be a couple of runs. Yes, it is going to be a couple of runs. Good running between the wickets between Kyan and Akshay. Developing to be an excellent partnership. Nicely played. Going to be a boundary. And they say fortune favors the brave. Here it is, the Thunderwolves taking the attack to the Panthers. Turning out to be a costly over. Misjudgment and bad fielding at the boundary there. 115 for 6 now after 17. The Petit Panthers have totally lost their plot, allowing the Thunderbolt batsmen to glide along for almost 10 overs now. Another boundary to start the over. Excellent way to start the over now. What a shot that is! That's gone all the way, has it? And that's a six. Yes, the signal from the umpire says that. What a comeback this has been for the Thunderwolves, thundering their way. That was a half volley and losing the plot here totally. And he's given him, that's probably a leg before and a soft dismissal the umpire's given him. Have to wait and see what it was. Was it a leg before or a stumping? Either ways, the main umpire's given him out. So an excellent cameo here by Akshay comes to an end. Yeah, the replay says that a leg before wicket. going to be a single. Going to be a single. A single to end the over. It's been an eventful one. 13 runs on that wicket there. Kyan still batting on 42. Got a couple of overs left. Sure, you can maximize this as much as possible. 150 definitely looks on the cards now if they're able to build a small cameo of a partnership. All Ashish would have to do is give the strike back to Kyan, batting brilliantly on 42 from 41 deliveries. Much needed single, 129, and important thing is Kyan comes on strike. Into the gap. They're going to definitely run a couple of runs there. Oh no, that's going to be just a single. Pulled away into the gap. Will be a comfortable single. Would be looking for boundaries really here, Kyan. Batting wonderfully at 43. 8 deliveries left. Try and get most of the strike. Straight down the ground for a single. Count on strike. Lost delivery. Try to sweep it. That's a wide. Welcome wide for the Thunderwolves. One time it was looking difficult that they'd reach the three-figure mark. Managed 134 for 7. Commanding position now. Put Petit Panthers back into a situation where there'll be a lot of pressure. Sitai. Where's that going? One bounce. Can be a couple of runs. Running hard, and it's going to be a run out. Maybe that was not required at all. Slightly hurt his ankle there, Ashish. Probably could have. I think they ran for the same reason. Eighth wicket falls in the last over. Going to be a wide and nice take by the keeper. Munir is the new batsman in. 5 balls to go. Managed to run one comfortably. That brings Kyan on strike. Be exciting if he gets to a 50 there. 4 deliveries left. Clearly he can make it. 136 for 8. 19th overs not been so productive as much as they would have wanted. The way on the leg side towards the mid-wicket boundary. This is going to be a comfortable 2 runs. Thunderwolves move to 138 and Kyan's on 44. Playing a gem of an innings. It's in the air. That's an excellent catch taken by Munawar. Brilliant batting by Kyan. Gets out on 46. I'm not. That was wide. Slashed at it. Had to really reach for it. Went high up in the air. And he's got out. But after reviving his team's innings, after they'd lost 6 wickets for less than 50 runs, this is a brilliant performance from Kyan. Thunderwolves will be happy with this performance. It's a fighting score for a semi-finals, for a quarter-finals. It's a wide and will be another run. The Petit Panthers for the last 10-12 overs have clearly given away almost 100 runs in 10 or 11 overs. It's probably going to be run out, and that's the end of the innings. 140 all out. 141 that would be if that was wide. Wait for the score to be updated. After 20 overs, it's 140 for 10. And the target for the Petit Panthers is going to be 1 for 1.
Or the beaches you love. Step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget. When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beach.
Back after the innings break. 141 required of 20 overs. Sachin and Naved come into bat. Sachin will take strike. bowling going to be started by Ashish. Hit and a miss. Hit that straight on his foot, Sachin. Full delivery. Looks like a normal T20 game, but clearly wasn't. The Thunderwolves were put into bat. And at a point, they were 35 for 5 in 6 overs. That's the first boundary for Sachin. Excellent way to start off their chase campaign here. At the gold quarterfinal match that was wide and short and placed in the gap. Raced away to the boundary for 4. An excellent square cut. Confidence building shot first up. And after the 6th over and being 35 for 5, they managed 140 runs. An excellent revival. Jan Barucha being the mainstay. Short and wide, and rightly so given by the umpire. Excellent shot, drop there, not an easy catch. Running towards the boundary, it's going to be just a single. And walk through, not looking interested in running doubles. Tire you down. Naved Sharif taking right, red helmet. Ashish bowling from the PNT end. Away from the batsman. It's going to be a dot ball. What an excellent delivery that was by Ashish. Getting some nice bounce off the pitch. One came inside. Lucky it had the height on it. Would have gone on to the stumps. Another one that comes in on the dot. 6 runs of the first over for the Petit Panthers. Quiet over after that boundary of the second delivery. Wide and single off. Start of the second over. That was short. He mistimed. They want to strike that wider on the mid off fielder there, but went straight to him. Hit it a little too hard. Got the bottom edge. Nicely cut away into the gap. That's running away to the boundary for four. That's going to be 4 runs again. That's easy pickings for Sachin. Hold something short and wide when the field is in, and it's going to go for four. Balls knew it races away to the boundary. All he had to do was place it in the gap. A huge gap between backward point and short third. It ensures that 4 runs are always on the card. In delivery, gone for a boundary, similar to the one in the first over. Head protection for the wicket keeper as he decides to stand up to the pace bowler, Karthik. Swung in nicely inside edge. Be a single, comfortable one. Naved on strike is yet to get off the mark. Almost a Yorker end delivery. Punched away for a single. Fielded down at deep mid wicket. Nice delivery, play and a miss. Very tentative of that shot, Sachin. Could have gone agonizingly close to the edge. Trapped on the pads. That was a single. 13 for no loss after two. Ashish continuing his spell from the PNT end. Bowled an excellent first over, got some nice purchase of the wicket, good bounce there while the ball's still new. That one's on the pad and played late. Running away to the boundary, that's going to be for, can't help it. No fielder back on the boundary behind the square. And anything on the leg stump is going to be flicked away to that same region for 4. Easy pickings for Sachin. Raced away to 15. He's got 3 boundaries already in the 3 overs that he's batted. So ticking along nicely, Sachin, for the Petit Panthers. Cheeky single taken there. That'll be a wide. Cut away. Uppishly straight to the fielder there. Good fielding in the deep. Restricts the batsman to just 1 run. The play and a miss. Driven down the ground. Straight to the fielder at cover actually. Be another single. Hit straight at the bowler. Just misses an opportunity to take a catch. Just nicely bowled there by Ashish. Cramped him for space. A little bit of pace also on that delivery. Couldn't get that speed as much as he wanted to. Popped it straight to the bowler. Fortunate for Ashish. Couldn't hold on to it. It was in his follow through. It's not the most easiest things to do for a bowler. Fast bowler especially. Karthik to continue from the PNT end. It's a big hit on the offside. Uh, Boundary. Half volley there. Easy pickings for the batsman. Just waiting for it. Just hits it nice and hard. I'm sure he was trying to hit it for a big six. Got the elevation, didn't get the distance. Play and a miss. Also full and wide. Really missed out on that opportunity, Sachin. Nicely played, nicely fielded. Just a single. Going to be a wide. That's swept. Almost taken a catch. Amit Kohli at the boundary there. What an attempt. Really unfortunate. Almost a six. See the replay. Struck beautifully by Naveed. Jump at the boundary. Well timed and almost got to it. Almost. Almost. Brilliant effort. They require a change of bat. Chat with the umpire in the middle. Single. Petit Panthers are going at 7.57 runs an over. Quite comfortable and well within their required run rate. Dot ball to end the over. It's 29 for no loss. After 4. Ashwin into the bowling. Smashed away on the leg side. That's gone over the boundary for 4. Nobody there wide enough. It was almost a wide delivery. But Sachin decided to play that shot and maximize 4 runs out of that. Boundary to start the over then. Have to bowl on off stump because the field is such. Anything straying down the leg side. There's only one fielder between long leg and fine leg. Now it's going more towards square leg. And that too in front of square. There's absolutely no protection behind the stumps on the leg side. That's another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries now for Sachin. Runs are flowing through his bat now. He's batting on a 30 from 18 deliveries. Score in the 5th over is already 37. Watchfully played. Wouldn't mind giving away the dot ball, Sachin. Ashwin bowling with some good line and length. Nice light delivery outside of stump. Another dot. In a good recovery. Nice tossed up delivery. Dot ball to Ashwin. I think the Petit Panthers are not going to mind this much. They have runs on board to make sure they don't lose any wickets. This is flighted and it's straight down the ground for 4. It was really easy pickings. Long off was a little wide. Tried to attempt that, but this was hit quite straight. That flight straight, one bounce into the boundary. Fielder could only see it go through for a boundary. 3 fours in 1 over. Runs off it and 41 runs of 5 overs. For the Petit Panthers require 100 runs from 15 overs.
Pitches you love. Step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Another boundary. Another boundary after a short water break. That one was on leg stump and swept away by Naved for a boundary. No time for the fielder to react there. Desperate attempt to stop the ball, but timing on that was impeccable. Nicely played. Straight down the ground. Good work by long off. Just a single there. Be an easy single. I'll be a dot ball. Single down the ground. He'll be quite happy to take those singles. Petit Panthers. Absolutely no protection on the leg side apart from the short square leg there on the inner circle. Any kind of shot not played with a bottom hand or played with soft hands is quite safe. Take a single. Tried to late cut that and totally missed it, Sachin, at the end of the over. 48 for no loss. Six. Nicely stroked. Nicely fielded at cover. Be a dot ball to start the over. Akshay's first over. Nicely tossed up, pulled away. Well fielded on the boundary, just a single. Cut away. Comfortable single. Doesn't seem to be any dew on the surface. Steps out. Stumping attempt. I think he was in his crease. Nicely tossed up by Akshay. The 2 runs of his over. The Thunderwolves do require wickets if they are to win this match. Definitely, these two are stuck at the creases, not letting anything go. Be a single as 51. They've reached their 50 with Navid scoring 10, Sachin scoring 36. Really good partnership this. Played late. It's going fine. It stops midway. Batsman will manage just a couple of runs. $53 for no loss after 7. Petit Panthers require 88 runs of 78 delivery. Clearly an easy task if you have wickets in hand. Nicely cut away. They're looking for 2. Yes, we'll get that easily. Sweep that and got it fine. Lucky enough for the batsman, it's gone for 4. The intent was there to score along the leg side. That's why he swept it, got lucky to get an edge. That edge was wide of the fielder at square leg. It shot square leg and that's gone for 4. 6 runs of the first couple of deliveries. That's hit uppishly. All short of fielder. One bounce and just a single. That's another boundary. Coming thick and fast now. Moment we thought that there's a fielder there in the deep, but absolutely no one. All going across the boundary as you can see in the replay. Going to be a single at backward point. Player of the back foot, well fielded at cover. Going to be the end of the over. It's 65 for no loss after 8. So 76 runs required of 12 overs. That's 72 deliveries. Required run rate is 6.33. The current run rate is 8.12. And Petit Panthers are yet to lose a wicket here. Happy to take the single. Then moves on to 43 of 28 deliveries. The last few overs, Navid is the one who's taken the initiative to score those boundaries. Inside edge, missed the keeper. It's gone behind. And a lucky boundary for Navid. they'll take it for sure. Time it was slightly outside off stump, and he tried to pull a ball that was not very high. Got the inside edge. It's really lucky it didn't get dragged onto the stumps, but had enough pace on it. And it's gone for four near the roller there. There's an appeal for run out. I says no. Single. Wideish delivery. Tried to cut that. Missed it entirely. Paddled it away. Will be a couple of runs for Sachin. So Sachin moves on to 44 of 30. Last delivery of the over. Oh, that's the full toss. And that's smashed in the gap. Good save exactly on the boundary line. Going to be a single. Single to end the over. It's 74 for no loss after 9 overs. Tushar coming in to bowl his first over from the pavilion end. Sachin on strike. Keeper standing back means Tushar would be a medium pacer. And Sachin on the brink of a personal milestone, batting on 47 of 32. Struck the ball beautifully today on the gaps on most occasions. Almost played a flawless innings. Minimal risk. So no shot. Got it straight to the fielder at backward point. Be a whipped off the pads, and that's gone for 4. That's 50 for Sachin. And his teammates celebrate, and so do they in the middle. This one was around the leg stump. He just flicked it fine, finding the huge gap out there. No cover there whatsoever. 51 of 34 by Sachin. What an excellent performance here. It's a pressure game. Gold quarterfinal. A lot at stake. Losing team would actually go home, while the winner books the spot in the semi-finals. It's nicely flicked away again. Is that going to go to the boundary? Yes, it does. Fielders inside at the short square leg. And a full toss on the legs means a set batsman like Sachin will just find a huge gap on the leg side for a boundary. Back-to-back boundaries for Sachin. Steps out a little, able to convert that to big runs. Dot balls straight to the bowler. That's hit high in the air. Is it going to be out? Oh, that was. It just fell short of a fielder who's quite definitely going to take these kind of catches. Amit Kohli has been brilliant in the field this entire tournament. So had an excellent attempt earlier in this innings. That's on the other end. Sachin was lucky there. He didn't really connect it well. Navid on strike now. Last delivery. Straight to the bowler. That's going to be 83 for no loss. The halfway mark in the second innings as the players take drinks. We'll be back after a quick break.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
When was the last time you connected with your people? Not on Zoom, not in a group chat, but had the whole gang together in one place. You planned a big surprise, jumped into a celebration, started cheering as a team, took time to just unwind. Whether it's the mountains that move you or the beaches you love, step into our spectacular vistas and take back moments you'll never forget.
Everyone thinks investing in crypto is a lot like this. But on CoinSwitch, it's like this. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory.
Back after the break. Volley, miss hit. Going to be a single. Could be a double. Nope, just a single. And the Petit Panthers are in a commanding position here. All 10 wickets in hand. An 83-84 run partnership between Naved and Sachin. Naved is holding his wicket there, batting on 23. Plays that fine. Is that going to run to the boundary for 4? That does. Been the story of the evening so far. Lot of balls by the Thunderwolves drifting down the leg side, and the batsman picking the gaps really nicely, and on most occasions finding the boundary. This time it's Naved who gets into the act with Sachin, who's batting brilliantly on 57. Going to be a wide. Has gone for 19 runs of his third over now. Full toss ball. It's straight high up in the air. It's a cotton bowled. Soft dismissal, you can say. He tried to hit it a little too harder than he would have liked. And in the bargain, missed out on getting the direction. And it popped up straight in the air over the pitch. The bowler taking a comfortable catch of his own bowling. So you can see in the replay, nicely judged catch. Safe hands. First wicket falls for the Petit Panthers at 89. 89 run partnership in a quarterfinals is really an energy and mood booster for any team. Is there something in this match left? 52 runs required to win. Only if the Thunderwolves are able to take some wickets will they be able to change the script of this match, which seems to be on the side of the Petit Panthers, who had won the toss, chose to bowl, bowled well, took 5 wickets for 35, then lost it in the second half of the first innings, where they built some great partnerships, and the score was 140. But when the second innings started, it was one-way traffic for the Petit Panthers. Clearly, it's their game to lose now. Getting the short fine leg a little wider. Going to be a single. Two Sachins in the middle. D off the mark, first delivery. Hit straight down the ground by Sachin Yadavkar. Full toss ball played down the ground. Long gone. Easy single. going to be the end of the over. It's 92 for 1. Be a dot ball to start off with. Quick single there. In Jadwar, 58 of 39 deliveries, 10 boundaries. Wow, something with Sachin Deshpande. Slightly wide and cut away into the gap, and that's going to be for agonizing for the fielder there, running from deep extra cover. A slight misfield by the fielder at backward point. Welcome boundary for the Petit Panthers. Move on to 97 in the 12th over. Require 44 runs in 8.3 overs now. Ashwin into his second over. Given away 17 runs already. Nicely played, straight to cover. No run. Nicely tossed up and well bowled by Ashwin. Another dot ball to Sachin. Sachin looks like he's etching to go for a big one there. Kept out, but then decided not to. Playing a watchful innings. No risk innings, you can say. It's going down leg. Just a single, but it's going to be a leg by signal by the umpire. 98 for 1 after 12 overs. Boundary to start off. Petit Panthers now getting boundaries in every other over, racing towards the target of 141. 39 runs needed now. Will be happy to take those singles. Straight down the ground. Long off for a single. Nice way, clinical way to complete a chase. Hit a boundary of the first delivery, take singles, get 8 to 10 runs and over. There you go, another single. 8 runs of 5 deliveries. Doing it with absolutely no risk. Beautiful shot there. Gone for 4. First and the last ball of this over gone for boundaries. Look at that shot. Flighted. Half volley outside off stump. Smashes it over cover. Couple of bounces. And the boundary. 12 runs of the over. Petit Panthers require 31 runs in 7 overs. That's nicely played. Excellent dive there. Definitely saved that boundary. Good commitment shown by the Thunderwolves in the field. Although they have their backs to the wall, commitment is quite motivating. Special score on the scoreboard 111 for 1. 1 1 1 1. Tried to paddle that on the leg side. Moved extremely on the offside there, Sachin. Being very ambitious. Couldn't do anything. Turned out to be a dot ball. Got beaten. Smashed down the ground. Bit too long off. Just a single. Single. Flicked away for a single. Happy to take that. It's straight down the ground. That's going to be four. Four at long on. Half volley. Picked it up nicely. Dispatched it to the boundary for four. Nobody there. The end of the over. 118 for 1. 14. 23 runs required of 6 overs. That's 36 deliveries. And some pace comes into the attack. Short ball played down the ground and back by the batsman. It was a miss hit. Missed out on the opportunity. Really wanted to clear the fielder at mid on. This time he manages to do that. And that's a big six by Sachin. The man in form. Looking to go for the big one. This time he makes no mistake. Picked it up beautifully. Saw the length before. went sailing over the long gone boundary for 6. Another swing and a miss. And a brilliant shot there. Is that gone all the way? That's gone for 6 again. Sachin's in a hurry to finish this now. Looks like. It went really high up in the air. Time over long off for 6. Eleven runs required now. Uh, Sachin's on 86. That's it, straight down the ground. He's powered that. That's the boundary again. An absolute treat to watch. That was a dead straight delivery. Moves his leg across and hits it straight over the umpire. And bounce and 4. Can't get better than this. Masterful performance by Sachin in chasing 140. He's 7 runs away now. Just pick that. Going to be another boundary. What an over. This has been for the Panthers, stamping their authority on the game. Low full toss played over the coverage and no cover there whatsoever. Goes to the boundary for 4. Just 3 runs required now by the Petit Panthers. And Sachin Jadwar, who's batting brilliantly on 94, can still get to his century. But Sachin Deshpande, who can give him the strike and can finish it off with a 6, since he's seeing the ball like a football here now. A lot of time for personal milestones now. 5 overs left. Just 3 runs needed. Oh, that's a soft dismissal. He's been run out at the bowling end. Full toss ball hits straight to the bowler by Sachin Deshpande. Bowler picks it up and throws it on the stumps. Sachin is out on 90. Almost like a match and celebration there. All the players coming in congratulating him for a masterful innings. Rather unfortunate. Going to be a single. Munawar comes on strike. The new batsman in. Just a couple of runs needed now. 139 for 2 and 15.2. Batting with a run rate of 9. Petit Panthers will be cruising into the semi-finals of the Bayside Sports School Dads Cricket Championship with absolute clinical performance with ball and bat. Going to be a wide ball and scores are level now. What a match this has been. Excellent initially with the bowling. Broke the backbone of the Thunderwolves. Not really revived to a very big score, although it's a respectable score. Another wide and a tame end to the game. 141 has been breached and the match is over. The Petit Panthers win by 8 wickets. Won the toss, they bowled brilliantly, batted beautifully. Now we get to see them again in the semi-finals in a few days. That's all from us here at the Bayside Sports School Dads Cricket Championship. We'll see you next time. Thank you.